Back in college, I had 4 different roommate rosters, and I really liked those guys. And then I realized I liked them so much because I was the worst roommate all those times. Let me explain. So in my freshman year, I shared a dorm with a guy who I actually knew in high school. We weren't in the same friend group, but we played in jazz band together. Now, me and him weren't besties, but since we both knew that if we solo queued in the college matchmaking system, we were likely going to get paired with a literal NPC. And typically, when you just graduated high school, you kind of know all the kids who are going to the same college as you. So after some texting, me and him were cool with being roomies. Let's call this guy Bucky. Bucky played League of Legends, a game I don't really play, but every person I've met that's played this game has never said anything good about it. During this time in my freshman year, I was embarking on my newbie gym arc, and at 10 p.m., I go sleepy time. Well, it seemed Bucky loved to keep rage queuing into league matches, so I tell him, oh, I'm going to bed. And it was his opening to be free from League of Sisyphus or keep playing but have to leave our bedroom. And he went with the latter and wanted to keep playing. Man, why do you even play that game? It sounds like when you win, you don't even go, yippee! Are you in ELO debt or something? I'll be honest, I was pretty jealous because he brought a gaming laptop and could get his gaming fix in, whereas I brought a MacBook to college and couldn't play my CSGO. So when I'd go to sleep at 10 p.m., Bucky would take his laptop and go downstairs to the common room and play his League of Legends down there. And in this common area, it's just sofas and a low table. There are no desks or chairs. And I saw him once there having to play on his knees hunched over. It made me feel bad. If you're gonna get tilted, you should at least have some nice booty support. On a side note with Bucky, there is a funny story where he brought a girl over to stay the night in our bedroom. This would be the first time I've slept with a girl in the same bedroom before. Low-key, it was annoying because a brother wanted to fart but had to lock in for the night. Oh yeah, and here's the thing. This girl wasn't even his girlfriend. It was his best friend's girlfriend. Huh? That's what I said too. Huh? I knew the best friend too. Actually, all 3 of us would play PUBG back in the day, and he was also in the same jazz band in high school. It seemed that the lore behind her needing a place was that she was in the area and didn't want to spend mucho dinero. I was pretty chill with it because low-key, I was on the 2D girl grind, not that 3D girl. And I know that Bucky and the guy were like peanut butter and jelly in high school, so they had really good trust. Okay, but there's 2 twin beds, 2 guys, 1 girl. We're the same dimensions, and we can barely fit in our own twin bed. I ain't spooning with no one but my pillow. Yeah, don't worry, I was just gonna sleep on the floor. That's nasty. You know we got the fart particles from the class of '01 still embedded in this carpet? She can sleep on my bed and I'll sleep under the bed. What you mean sleep under the bed? There's barely any room down there. Is this the stuff you're into? Okay, you know what? Fine. As long as I get my own bed. So later that night, she comes into our room to sleep. To be honest, the buildup was more dramatic as us 3 just went to bed as if we were all roommates this whole time. In the morning, she got up and continued on her expedition wherever she was going. In the summer before my 4th year in college, I was low-key homeless for 2 weeks. This is because the process of renewing my housing lease was more competitive than getting into the college. I was straight up dooking my pants every minute during this time period. At least it was summer break and all I was doing was working at Chicken Mafalé with other college kids. I started asking with the people I was chill with, and eventually I asked this guy that I was super chill with. I love this guy. His name is Jordan. I'll say it with my chest. Jordan is more legendary than Michael Jordan. He said it was cool for me to stay at his apartment because he and all the housemates would be going to Boston for a church missionary thingamabob. So actually, it wasn't that I was staying with them. I would be house sitting for them for about 2 weeks. At this moment, the dookie stopped dooking my pants and I had 2 more weeks to find a permanent housing. I want to mention that I didn't have a car in college, so needing to move stuff from my apartment to Jordan's apartment was now my new challenge. I texted another chicken fillet worker named Madison who had a minivan. I asked if she could do 2 things for me: pick me up after my shift and drop me off at my apartment because I yoinked a bunch of empty Chick-fil-A boxes to move my stuff. And 2, on another future day, help me move those filled boxes to the Jordan house. And of course, I would give her a pretty penny for her troubles. Once that night came, she rolled up her sleeves and helped me move all my belongings into her minivan, where we would then drive to the Jordan house. It's like a 5-minute drive. So we have all my belongings in the minivan and we're good to go. And then her minivan decides to go oof! After 20 minutes of waiting for AAA and my stomach churning and me feeling the nervous dookie coming again, AAA rezzed Madison's minivan and we moved all my stuff into Jordan's apartment. The thing is, all of them were out and Jordan texted me saying that he left the door unlocked for me to move my stuff and to make myself at home. I don't think anyone has ever made themselves at home when someone asks them to make themselves at home. As I'm awkwardly sitting at the dining table, too shy to explore the place, in comes one of the housemates and I say one of the cringiest things I've ever said. Welcome. Thanks for welcoming me into my own apartment. Why did I say welcome? He looks down at what used to be the front entry. I had a ton of boxes, a scooter, my desktop and monitor, and laundry basket crowded in front of the front entry. It was so much clutter that you had to step over some stuff to get through. I later carved a pathway though. It was awkward, and the entire time I felt like I didn't belong there. Me and the guy named Nico got acquainted with each other, and it turns out we were in the same major. And he actually watched my YouTube videos back when I made college vlogs. A half hour later, Jordan and 6 other guys came in. This isn't an apartment. This is a barracks. Your guy's monthly rent is probably 3 McChickens per person. I wanted to make my stay feel more welcome, so I told them I would cook all the boys a homemade breakfast before they departed for Boston tomorrow morning. I woke up early and started hand grating a bunch of potatoes to turn them into my famous hash brown. I asked the boys how they liked their eggs and cooked them accordingly. Fried some tasty bacon and served them one of my favorite things to eat. If I was a Genshin Impact character, this would be my signature dish. Thanks for the meal, Kevin. Alright, see you in 2 weeks. Thanks again, guys. You really saved my booty. Since last night I slept on the couch, Jordan then told me, make yourself at home and feel free to sleep on any of the beds here. What? No, it's okay. The couch was pretty comfy. Yeah, the couch was pretty comfy, but there was a big problem. The couch is in the middle of the living room, and behind where I would rest my head is the hallway that splits into the bathroom and 2 bedrooms. In front of the couch is the kitchen and dining room. So essentially, I'm vulnerable to 360 degrees, like I'm the night guard in Five Nights at Freddy's. It didn't help that I would be sleeping in a pitch dark apartment. So for the first 2 nights, I tried to thug it out, but I later took upon Jordan's hospitality and slept in the smaller of the 2 bedrooms. This is because the master bedroom was more open and it had a bathroom hallway connected to it. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and see Poppy Playtime standing in there. But there are 2 things that made me relieved to house it in Jordan's apartment. Literally the day after the boys left for Boston, I was on the Dookie machine minding my own business when my gamer peripherals noticed a moving black object on the ground. My eyes snapped toward the weird movement, and there were actually multiple moving objects. The bathroom was infested with ants. Not only that, the master bedroom was infested with ants as well. Jordan, you have ants in your apartment. Oh shoot, what happened? There are ants in the master bathroom and master bedroom crawling around the floor's perimeter. I'm gonna go buy some insect repellent and try and get rid of them. All right, sounds good. Thanks, Kev. What was even worse is that when you spray the ants with repellent, they don't despawn. I had to pick up all the ants with the tissue paper and discarded them. And that day when I saw the ants, it was pretty bad. Had the boys left it like this and came back in 2 weeks, I can confidently say that they would have came back to their apartment looking like the movie set for A Bug's Life. Even though I had a roof over my head, I was still anxious because I needed to find another housing. I got a text from Jordan asking me, so, will you still be there when we get back from Boston? He's trying to be nice about it. No, I should be gone. Okay, just wondering. Well, my college friends knew about my predicament, and one of my homies named Itzel found this Facebook listing for a private bedroom, and it was a 3-minute drive from the Jordan house. Itzel, if you're watching this, you did me a solid. But the guys who made the listing told me that a lot of guys were inquiring as well, because at the time, getting housing was like trying to get a 5090 graphics card. They told me to add them on Discord as they were doing auditions with all the guys to see who would get the spot. Bro, what is this? America's Got Talent? Well, I got nothing to lose. Here goes nothing.